You walk into some sanctuaries and immediately you see the beauty, the splendor of the architecture, magnificent colors and design, and well, yes, of course, the extraordinary stained glass. It really brings things to life. It's like a comic strip that's not meant to be funny. Now, what is it with churches and stained glass? Why do they always seem to go together, like chocolate and peanut butter, or chocolate and anything, really? Well, we are about to find out on this episode of Chuck Knows Church. For about 1,000 years, stained glass has been most often identified with the windows of the church. It gets its color by adding metallic salts during the production process, and then this colored glass is arranged in patterns and pictures held together by strips of lead, like this, in a sturdy frame. Now, evidence of actual stained glass windows in churches and monasteries can be found as early as the 7th century, 675 AD to be precise, at a monastery in Monkwearmouth, England. And as far as you know, I totally pronounced that right. Decorative stained glass in churches was most commonly used for teaching purposes, part of the poor man's Bible, a term popularized in modern times to describe works of art found in churches that were used to illustrate lessons from the Bible for a largely illiterate population, like reality TV now, only actually good for your soul. If people can't read, they can learn from an artistic rendering or poor man's Bible within a church. Now, this church wanted to use Da Vinci's masterpiece, The Last Supper, but the shape of the windows here didn't match the painting, so instead they chose the painting probably most like it, Hoffmann's Last Supper. Now, Hoffmann was a German artist whose religious works were used in many Protestant stained glass windows. In fact, his windows were used so often that they became commonplace in Protestant visual culture. I like it. You have a stained glass window at your church? You want to learn more about it? Ask your pastor. Tell him Chuck sent you.